Hi, I'm Lisa Everett and I am the presenter of a new podcast called Babble&Squeak. Hi, I'm Lisa Everett and this is our second episode of our Babble&Squeak podcast, and today we are going to be talking about gratitude. What is gratitude? An expression of appreciation of what one has. Gratitude can turn enough into more, denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. Gratitude makes sense of our past and brings peace for today, creating a vision for tomorrow. My guest today is Des, and he's come to speak to us about his experience of gratitude. So thank you, Des, for coming today.
No problem. Thank you for asking me.
That's okay. So we were going to talk about gratitude and how your experience of gratitude. So would you like to share a bit of your story?
Well, it's not something that I always had, I was got to be late 40s before I realised what it was and got any of it. I'm glad I've got it now because it's changed my life, but it's an amazing thing, just one simple word, but yeah, I'm glad I've got it now. Before I was just a twisted fella who despised himself and just was on a path of self-destruction, but some sort of miracle happened, and now I'm full of gratitude, even for the smallest thing, which is such a change in the last 7 years compared to what it was before the gratitude started to seep into my life. Now it's not seeping, I'm full of gratitude.
Okay. So in the beginning, did we not have much self-awareness around gratitude? Were you quite closed off to that?
Closed off to it. I was closed off to everything apart from self-destruct. Kind of. I mean, it's something that's not really taught, but it's something that you like, sort of, I don't know. As you grow, you seem to grasp hold of a little bit of it, and then like once you've turned that tap on, it just seems to just fill your life with good stuff. It's not. It wasn't always like that. Like I said,
Okay.
It really wasn't. But yeah.
Okay. So what started, or people listening out there are probably thinking, oh God, I'm always a bit negative. I don't seem to have much gratitude. So what was the beginning of you finding it? Was it to do with a past, like you say, we had a very chaotic past? Did you have to do a bit of work on yourself?
I had to get really, really honest, and I was sick of the turmoil and the path of destruction and pushing everybody away and hurting everybody around me that was precious to me, destroying everything for years and years, just pushing everybody away and destroying everything, trying to destroy myself, but I was just sick and tired. I mean, I don't know how many times through alcohol and drug abuse I lost jobs, lost girlfriends, lost apartments, and I was just in this vicious cycle of this. But it didn't start there. From a child I was like this, just bitter and twisted. Just had no self-love or anything really, I was an only child and my parents drank, and it was all right to begin with, but when the alcohol got hold of them, I seemed to get left behind. And then as a child, then, you're wondering, don't they love me or whatever? So I think that started me on this little path of self-loathing and everything, which caused a lot of pain, not just to me, to loved ones, family,
Well, I guess rejection breeds a lot of resentment, doesn't it?
I used to think it would. I used to have full of resentment towards them, my parents, but not now. Not now. Now I understand that they were sick.
So what helped you understand what you were going through? journey did you end up going on with the
rehab? Like, just sick and tired of losing jobs, sick and tired of it. Ended up back in Warwick, my hometown. They wouldn't house me, even though I'm from there, because I'm an only child. They put me into a hostel in Stratford-upon-Avon, and then my drinking just accelerated really bad. And then one morning, like, sat on the wall, 4 cans of Polish beer and a joint, and waiting to go and watch Jeremy Kyle, which was the highlight of my day, because it made me feel good, better about myself. At least I'm not like them bunch of, and something just happened. It was like, boom. It was like, I don't know any other way to say this. What the fuck are you doing with yourself? Like, you got so much to give, whatever. And I started to put steps in to go to rehab. And rehab, although it was tough and learning about myself was tough, it's the best thing that I ever did. Because now I'm a different man. Now I have all my family back in my life. I'm quite content. After I come out of rehab, I went into supported housing, and even though it was tough because there's some very sick people in there, I had amazing support by one particular person, but which to start off with, I was pushing against it because of my behaviours, like learned behaviours. I was pushing against it, but the longer I got sober, the more I started to realise this person was trying to help me, really. And from then on, carrying on with meetings and just listening to what other people say around me, I started to accept the fact that you're quite a lucky dude, really. You know what I mean? Like, you beat cancer, you know what I mean? You got, like, I don't know, 6 months without a drink or without a line of cocaine. That's amazing compared to how you used to be.
So just to let the viewers understand, the listeners, understand that you obviously, once you went into rehab, then you had leukemia.
No, I had leukemia before.
Before you went into rehab.
I had leukemia when I was 20.
Yeah.
And you. I used and drank all the way through it. I did not care.
Yeah.
I did not care. I used and drank all the way through it. My bone marrow transplant was successful. I still wasn't content and happy. But still, I was one angry, baldy man.
Angry with the world.
Yeah, angry with the world, angry at everything. Very angry. But I thought I deserved it because of the way I acted as a child. I thought I deserved it. And that's how much hatred I had for myself. I thought I deserved it, and it was fair dues. That's why when they told me to do what I was meant to do, what they suggested to me to do things, I didn't do it because I didn't care. I didn't deserve to be here. I grew up in a Catholic family, and I always had a faith in God, but I wouldn't talk to him because I didn't think I was worthy. I despised myself.
So how did the gratitude begin then? Was that through the 12-step program with your sponsor, or
kind of,
or with the support you were getting at Hope Housing?
A bit of everything. Support I was getting at Hope Housing, noticing the change in my family towards me. Like having a clear mind and being able to think. I don't know what the word is. A multiple of things,
you started to have a bit of self-awareness around your changes.
Yeah. I wasn't flying off the handle at the smallest thing or punching a hole in the door or whatever. I grieved my job. I know it sounds stupid, but I grieve my job because my job was the only thing where I was a chef, by the way. I grieved my job because it's the only place where I actually felt I fitted in.
And also, your job is sometimes part of your identity. So if you lose that, then it is a loss, isn't it? So you're not stupid to feel it was a loss.
Yeah, it was. For me, it was a massive loss because I felt like part of something, But
a belonging.
Yeah, because I didn't really have that as a child, being an only child.
Yeah.
You know, most of my childhood days, sorry to go back to it, I was sat on the pub steps of the Avon Tavern, you know, with a bottle of pop and a packet of crisp, you know, or screaming in the outhouse, "Mom, Dad, get a tenner."
Yeah.
But I was still alone, you know, so
Yeah.
it wasn't pleasant, like, you know.
Yeah. So I've got some things here that say that what if you cultivate gratitude, there are social and personal benefits. It generates positivity.
Yeah.
It boosts happiness. It improves your physical and psychological health. Gratitude shifts us away from negative emotions such as resentment and
Oh,
envy.
wow. Resentment and all, I was massive for that. I might as well carried a book in my pocket. I could tell you things back from 1975, and I held that still to this day. We would have held it still to this day, but now, my God, in the last 7 years where I have been in recovery and going on this spiritual growth, I've been hurt a few times, and I mean really, really hurt, mentally, physically. And, you know, forgiveness, that word is powerful. That word is amazing. You know, I've let all this go. Like,
So what you're saying is gratitude has allowed you to forgive?
100%. 100%. You know, it's like, I've let it all go because it's healthier for me and it's healthier for everybody else around me. You know, before I wouldn't have done that at all. I would have polished that. Something that you did to me and wronged me, I would have polished that and put it up on the wall and took it down again when I was thinking about you. You bastard.
Bearing that grudge. Yeah.
Oh, bearing that grudge, but no more. No, let it go, man.
Okay, and it says that a gratitude list can be effective as a relapse tool. So that's with people in recovery from addictions, mental health, eating disorders.
Just people in general, I think. Like my friend Aislinn, like she suffers a lot with her depression and everything, and she's like, but she has so much to be grateful for. I ask her to send me a gratitude list. Give me 5 things off the top of your head now that you're grateful for, right there, rock and roller. You know, and she does, and then she'll go home and think about it, and she'll go, you know, wow, thanks, Des, you know.
Yeah.
So like.
So really, we should all just take time in the mornings to write 5 things that we're grateful
for. In the evening, maybe, you know, in the evening after.
Evening.
You know, it doesn't matter morning or evening. I mean, I look at my behaviours in the evening. You know what I mean? Have I been kind today? Have I been like? Was I rude? Have I been kind? Have I been grateful today? Have I? I have to check that in every day and have a look because, you know, like life can be tough. So. It's still no excuse for me to act out or anything anymore.
No.
You know, so I have to look at that in the evening, you know.
And I think as you get older as well, you have more gratitude. As you get older, you are grateful when you see people around you getting on well, or you tend to have a little bit more gratitude than maybe you did in your 20s or 30s.
I don't think that works for everybody, but I'm one of the lucky ones, you know, that I have a heart full of gratitude now, and I'm a content and happy fella. Yeah, I'm happy, you know, I mean, I've come so far and I'm still growing. I'm proud of the fact that these days that I actually got a TV licence and I pay my council tax, you know. To normal people, like, that's nothing, they're just what they do. For me, that's an accomplishment. You know, the fact that I can do these things now, which I wouldn't have done before because I just wouldn't have, it wouldn't even enter my head, you know, like... I've never been a bad person. I've never been to prison or anything. I'm not a violent man, and I've always tried to be kind, you know. But for these things, which help me, you know, like getting a decent credit score like normal people, you know, all these things which sound stupid, they are self-care, and I never had any of this self-care stuff before. I always looked kind of tidy or whatever, or I always thought I looked tidy, you know. But now it's to a different level. It's like a caterpillar going into one of those crystal yolks and then coming out the other side as a butterfly.
Oh.
Not that I'm a butterfly, far from it, like, you know. But I have changed so much.
You have. I vouch for that.
So much. I have changed so much.
I'm privileged to have been part of that journey and see that change.
I'm very lucky. God blessed me when I got you as my support worker, to be fair.
Oh, bless you, Des.
You know, yeah. 100%.
That's very kind of you to say so.
Yeah, he did.
But you did a lot of the work, Des. You had to.
Yeah, but you put up with my tantrums. You put up with everything to start off with. You know what I mean? Even though I was your biggest fan.
I could see there was great potential there with you if you could just sort of slow it down and work on yourself and do the right thing, really.
Well, I think it's changed again now that I've got the diagnosis of ADHD.
Yeah.
That has made a massive, massive change. You know, like when I sit in a meeting sometimes before I got diagnosed, people are going, "Oh no, he's been talking for 5 minutes. What's he going to say next?" Like, you know, he's going to talk about something totally that's not PC or whatever, you know, and people are going to be going, "Oh, Jesus."
Yeah.
But
we're fortunate we can edit this before it goes out there.
Well, you know, I mean,
I'm joking.
No, it's all good. I mean, you edit it if you want, like, you know.
I'm joking.
But it's good, like, that I have got that diagnosis, because that's peace of mind as well, because I always thought, what the what's wrong with me, man, you know?
So going back to what you said earlier about the leukemia, at the time you didn't care because you were in the madness of addiction, and now you have that gratitude that you have overcome leukemia. Do you? I
have loads of gratitude towards it. I would love to be able to give something back to the Leukemia Trust or whatever, or the Anthony Nolan Trust or Macmillan or something. I was doing a counselling course, but I just don't have the brain power for the coursework. I really don't. You know, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, I'm full of empathy and I'm a great listener and all the rest of it, and I can totally empathise with somebody who's having a bone marrow transplant or whatever, because I've been there.
Yeah.
But the coursework and
you struggled with the actual paper, didn't you? And
God,
that was quite challenging for you.
Even now, because I never paid attention. I never went to school. You know, I mean, you know, like using a computer, you're mad. You know.
Well, there's a lot of learning there, and a lot of in the future.
I didn't think it was going to be like that. You know, it's so much paperwork, but that's in every job now. It's even in my trade, chefing.
You did lose a lot of learning over the years, didn't you? Your learning time was taken up with the madness of doing drugs and alcohol. So I wouldn't beat yourself.
I don't beat myself up over it. No, I don't. I did.
Yeah.
But this is where gratitude comes in again, because I don't do things like that anymore. I might have the odd day where I'm like, oh Jesus, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I look on a dating site, for example, and I go, Jesus, only Susan Boyle likes me this week, you know.
I'm sure that's not true, Des.
No, it's true.
Anyway, thank you very much for coming in today and sharing your thoughts on gratitude and your story and your journey. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Nothing really, apart from, like, this is going to be aired to who's going to listen to this thing, like?
Anyone who'd like to on Spotify.
On Spotify,
or the website.
Well, on your website,
yeah.
I just want to let people know, like, what an amazing person you are.
Oh,
you are. You put up with so much with me, and what you do here, people don't see. You know, they don't see everything that you do. They don't see. You're like Bournemouth's Mother Teresa or something.
I don't know about that.
But a fucking fine-looking one. But a cougary Mother Teresa type thing. No, in no seriousness, like, you are an amazing lady. What you do, what you put up with, the abuse you fucking take, and all that stuff, and you still turn up every day with a smile on your face, looking smoking hot, but with a smile on your face, and you do your job. It's amazing, you know. They should, you know, that you should be getting an MBE or something.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Des. And will you come and chat to me again in the future?
Oh, 100%.
I would like to end today's podcast with a few words from the Princess of Wales on gratitude that she shared with us all this week. Thank you for listening.
This time has above all reminded William and me to reflect and be grateful for the simple yet important things in life, which so many of us often take for granted, of simply loving and being loved.
Please tune in next time to Babble and Squeak when I will be interviewing someone else from our community about resilience and overcoming difference.